All right, we're gonna be drawing our own shoe, or you can draw along with me, and we're gonna draw this awesome Jordan One Flight number 4. And if you're a collector of our shoes, this is a shoe to have, I guess. I don't know how popular is it, but this is a good brand, I know, and I like Jordans. You know, I like to play basketball, but I use Jordans on the courts and off the court. So, but let's get right into it. This is the sketch. This is the drawing that we're going to be doing. I'm going to take out a clean sheet of paper. I'm going to turn that off. And now we're just going to draw our Jordan shoe, right? And check this out. I'm just going to start sketching. I'm just using my pencil on my paper, getting that nice. And again, I'm just using these gestural lines, right? Very, very simple there, right? And I'm just gonna get all that details. I'm getting the basic outline of this shoe, right? Getting right there. This is where the heel is, and a line goes all the way across, all the way around, and that's before the sole there. Kind of comes up. Boom, we're gonna get the sole, and kind of just get a general idea, right, of the shoe, a basic outline, a basic sketch. And this, come back to the top over here again, bring this down here, come down, bring a little more down here. Again, I'm just lightly drawing these sketch lines and outlining, and just kind of seeing where everything goes and getting that right composition before I'm making the lines darker, right? And I just continue to do this process over and over and over again, right? Now I'm getting the laces, right by the laces there, kind of comes up a little higher, I think, so, and then it goes up, and then up, and then up all the way up here. And it kind of comes down like this, right? Because that's what I can see. I don't know what you can see on your shoe. That if you're drawing your shoe, go for it. But if you're drawing along with me, then kind of just sketch. Take your time. If you have to pause the video, right? Make it work. You're working at your own pace. I'm just trying to encourage you and give you some ideas on how I'm drawing it, right? Give you some ideas. I'm just kind of getting all that information there. Here's the lace, and it goes over this line here, comes around, boom, just kind of getting that and out. There it is. Slightly getting that. Underneath here is darker, right? Here, they got the Jordan sign here. It'll be right there. There's another layer. All right. So I'm just kind of, now I'm going to go back to the holes of the laces and kind of come back around, get some of the details of this design of the shoe, right? And that's, yes, that works right there. That's how it comes out. We're gonna get this, go back to the top here, and this comes down, and then there's a lace that kind of blocks my view of where that thing goes, so I'm just gonna lightly draw that in, right? And then underneath that comes down this line for the design of the shoe. Boom. Wait, maybe a little more out here. That's it. Down. Maybe right there. Yeah. And then this comes out a little bit closer here. Nice. So again, just kind of, again, this is a sketch, right? Using lines, gesture lines, curve lines. I'm looking at the direction, which way does a line go, right? I got my Jordan symbol here, kind of comes down. Got the head, the arm, boom, just kind of gesturally drawing this Jordan symbol here, the famous Jordan slam dunk in the 80s or late 80s, early 90s, right? When he won that slam dunk contest and he made it a brand, right? Jordan Flights. Bam. Number 23, the greatest of all time. right? Now I'm gonna get this design of the shoe right on, and then have this image right there. It kind of comes up, right? Bingo. Okay, got that going. This actually comes down a little bit lower, and this comes down a little bit lower too, and around. All right, so I'm just getting the basic information, right? Again, it's not perfect, but again, this is a sketch, right? And we're just sketching along and trying to just really get that composition, the placements of all these lines and these shapes and the values and the shading, right? The dark areas, I kind of just shade that in too, because in the front here is all dark, right? There's a lot of shadow here, right? And you always want to go from dark to light a lot of times, or light to dark, right? Okay, I'm gonna go into the laces, right? How many laces are there, or how many whole laces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got one here. I'm gonna darken that in. 1, 2. I need 6 of these. 3, right? 4, 5, and 6, right? 7. There's another one here. 8, 9, 10. These ones don't have the laces that coming out. This one does. It comes out. Just kind of darken that, shade that in, because this is a black shoe right here. So when I get that information, I'm gonna get this. Again, I'm just kind of jumping around. I'm working different areas, and you know, if that works for you, it works for you. But if you need to like pause and take a step back, because you kind of continuously working the composition and figure out, does that look right? Does it look good? Right? And I'm just working that in there. Okay. Okay, got the laces. Now I'm just gonna add in. Okay, where does those laces go? Well, the shoelace kind of goes in this direction. Right? It comes over and goes under here. This dark area, this shadow. Right? And the other one comes up here and goes over this. So I'm just kind of, right? My lines are not perfect, but again, it's a sketch. I love just sketching and just getting into my own world here and just creating and drawing what I see, right? And mastering that, right? So there's some darker areas here, shading in, and lighter areas, right? Right, so now I'm just gonna continue with my laces. There's another lace here that comes over here. Actually there's a space there. Right, and this lace goes to the next one. Bam. Something like that. Right? This one comes over here. There it is. That works. That makes sense. Right? This lace goes over this. Remember, look, I'm not erasing. Just getting this sketch art of the shoe and trying to get all that information. Really looking, where does everything go, right? And just having a fun old time here, getting into my own world and just drawing what I see. Draw exactly what you see. What direction does this lace go? Like this line right here, this curved line. You really gotta see where does that go? Where does the shadows go? Right? And decipher, right? This shoe that you're looking at. Where does everything go? Oh, if I look closely, there is design stitches that come down here, right? And that's what makes it a little bit more interesting to look at, right? I'm gonna get that in, make it these dots, right? And this is adding kind of somewhat texture to the artwork, right? I can darken that in eventually, right? As I start to define the work, right? But right now it's still in the sketch phase, and trying to get all that information there and make that design look cool, right? Yes, that looks good, right? And I'm really seeing and looking and understanding these elements and principle of art that we know, right? Lines, shapes, colors, values, tones, right? Texture. We know all these elements, right? And when we put all these elements together, now we're moving into the principles or how it's being used and combined. So continue, right? Now I got my basic outline there. Right now I can just start defining that and start really kind of darkening in those lines, right? But not really dark, right? I don't want to press down too hard. Just kind of want to define that. I can also erase a little bit if I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to work right through it because I like this raw sketch look, right? And really, I'm just going to shade over my mistakes, right? I'm going to add in that value, right? And this is the black shoe, so it's going to be really kind of dark, right? I'm going to shade in everything, right? I'm always shading in the same direction. Granted, if you got to go in the other directions, go for it, right? And when you add in that second layer, crosshatch, right? Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice, right? And then really look. Where's the shadow? There's some darker areas here. So I'm going to add in another layer right here, just right here at this curve, right? Because the light source is actually coming down this way, right? From the back. So there's a little bit of a shadow here, right? A little bit of a crease here. And then, since it's black, right, I gotta still shade all over it, but we kind of know where the darker areas are, right? All the darker areas are already in place. So I just kind of make that darker a little bit. And it's a little bit darker here, a crosshatch, right? And then I add another layer in there, right? Right there. Nice, right? And then here it gets a little bit darker because there's a shadow that goes in right there, right? And it kind of defines that line there. And now I'm going to get that around that area. Come back around. Over here is darker than over there, right? Because the light source is coming down right there. Coming down. That direction, all these directions coming down. Wow, look at that. It's coming together, slowly coming together. There's some stitches here that I need to get to really get that design of the shoe, right? Right now, just kind of lightly drawing that in, right? Wow, it's coming out really good. I'm gonna go back the other way. Yes, okay, and in there's stitches, so I just kind of darken that in with these stitch marks, right? And get all that information. Sometimes you even want to count how many stitches are there. That's right, count. If you're really getting detailed, count how many stitches are there, right? Even on the bottom of the sole, there's 21 grooves there on the bottom, and it starts around. So there's this U shape for this design right here, and right below it, there's this grooves. Starts right there. 1, 2. There's 21. 3, 4, 5. Get all that information. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, right? Probably added in a couple more there, but again, this is a sketch, right? And there's more information that I can even see, but when I really look good, I can really see it all. Look at that, that's really coming together, right? Continue shading. Right here is a little bit darker, right? There's some shadows here, right? Some shadows here, shadows here. Where's all your shadows, right? And then, once I got all those shadows there, I'm gonna shade in everything else, right? I'm gonna add in a second layer. And you can go in the opposite direction, right? Really get all that information there. Again, I'm really lightly shading, right? And really get that control. I want that control. I'm gonna outline some of this information, kind of make it darker so I can see it, right? Add in the stitches to the design of your shoe. It just adds that detail. It makes it a little bit more real, right? Look at that. There's a lot of stitches here. Double stitch, right? Yes, that's coming together. This is Jordan here, right? And you won't get all that, but you know it's there. You know it's there. Bingo, look at that. There's dots over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 circles or dots for the design, right? I don't know if I can fit that in there. Oh yeah, I can. I got to. It has to fit. Make it fit. Bingo, 10 of them. Then there's some information there, the stitches. It comes around. There's this image right here. There's that detail. And there's texture here. There's really a lot of texture here. Got that cool feeling and that texture. It adds to the design, right? All over here is shadow and shading. It's gonna shade over this. Wow. Because it's a black shoe, right? But I want to get all the dark areas, right? And then go over it again and lightly shade over it, because then that area is still darker, right? Wow, look at that. That's coming together. Wow. That works. That works. I'm going to get all over here. Shade that in. And again, you're working at your own pace, having a good time, drawing. Keep it going. You get into your own world, get into your own groove of drawing and just loving art. Just really, really loving it, right? Because it's relaxing. It's fun. You get to express yourself and at the same time, educate, right? Educate. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about expressing myself and educating at the same time. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this sketch, right? I can't wait to see your work. Wow, look at that. Get the shadow, right? Get that going. Continue to dart that in. Make that work. Really, really add that detail, right? I'm gonna erase this light source here. And there you have it. A simple sketch, a simple exercise for you. And have fun with it, right? Have fun with it. This is your artwork. You draw your own shoe, apply the elements of art, apply the principles of art. Have fun with it, and I hope to see you next time. All right. That's me, Nick 1.